Sir, I think across the board, because of technology, we are going to look at a whole range of business models emerging. And I think we have to be open today saying that if I'm saying I'm a port company, sir, I think I'm limiting myself today if I'm saying I'm a port company. Sir, I could tomorrow, maybe 10 years later, sir, I'll be sitting here and maybe, sir, I'm an EV transportation company. I don't know. So we don't know what direction, sir, these companies could potentially take. I think we are, again, I think as Mr. Tripathi said, it's a tectonic shift when it comes to energy. It's a tectonic shift when it comes to communication. It's a tectonic shift when it comes to the actual transportation itself because of the fuel change. So, sir, we are at a very interesting phase. And again, I repeat, sir, I think we are very well poised as a country. When I just look at the stakeholders here, sir, to take advantage of it.
Okay, that's great. I think before we go forward with the debate here, I'm requesting our Honorable Minister to make a few comments, sir, and enlighten the gathering with your speeches, sir.
T.K. Ramachandranji, the Secretary, Minister of Port Shipping Waterways, Mr. Sanjay Sethi, Chairman, Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, and Mr. Luis Salvador Tenisha, Mr. Eugene D. Siroka, Mr. Link Armont, Mr. Dhruv Katak, Mr. Rijwan Shomar, Mr. Subrat Tripathi, and ladies and gentlemen. This session became very interesting. I was just listening to everybody's, own observation, own assessment, and own outlook, because how they want this green shipping to grow. So I believe in this particular, as we have given the theme, connect, collaborate, and create. So through this global event, we are connecting the world, maritime nation, and collaborate. We have decided to collaborate each other, work together, creating a holistic working relationship among the maritime nation. Then create what we are going to create for the future course of action, for the future generation. If we are committed to preserve sustainable human life on the planet Earth, we are to put our effort for climate action, adequate climate action. So we are all committed for this because we are to protect the human society on the planet Earth. We want to grow economically, but not at the cost of ecology and environment. So this is essential, because planet Earth, whatever environment we have received as a gift of God, needs to be preserved and promoted for the smooth and comfortable living of all the creation living on the planet Earth. It is not only human life, plant life, animal life, all the creation. And water, hills, mountain, sea, ocean, and environment. I firmly believe water is the wisdom, water is the weather, water is the wealth, water is the world. That's the power water can provide for all of us. Realizing that available resources in the waterways, we have all been assembling together to find out the future, better plan and action, so that we could also earn and we could also live a life of happiness. So I believe to achieve that noble goal, we have all been time to time discussing how to take adequate climate action to combat the climate change, to maintain the global warming. So I believe this particular commitment is always there. And today we have on this dais all the very, very successful player in the maritime industry. All the successful players. I really extend my thankfulness to all of you because you have contributed a lot in the growth of maritime industry, maritime trade. So I believe this particular fraternity will have to think how, by applying the most modern advanced technology, we could create an environment for blue economy. So, from our ministry, as T.K. Ramachandranji rightly narrated, how we are taking a lot of initiative to create green port, green shipping, and green environment, isn't it? So, as per the vision and mission set by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, National Hydrogen Mission, as a follow-up, we have all been taking adequate initiative so far. But the question for the growth of this particular maritime industry, it is you have to play a very, very important role, pivotal role. So I believe with your associated collaborative effort, I believe those things can be done very smoothly because we have to create a lot of latest generation of ship. Now, the design and structure of the green ship, this is also a matter of concern for all of us. For sustainability, today I am thankful to Mr. Nair from our Cochin Shipyard Limited. He is also putting a lot of effort to create an ecosystem within his institution, that how with quality human resource, with quality engineering, quality architecture, quality kind of, putting their efforts, how we can take up the challenges of the modern days demanding situation of ship in a different kind of structure, different kind of, model. So I believe as per the present market demand, we'll have to develop different kind of ability so that this kind of technological incorporation can also give us the proper ecosystem to meet the expectation of the modern generation. And we are also very much interested to develop the latest generation of ship, that is icebreaker ship. We are interested. We are also want to have technology so that this can be incorporated in our shipbuilding process. And that's the way I believe that whatever generation of ship we have, we need to think about how the polar water, Arctic water can also be taken into this consideration. Today, as we are the organizer, with your support, I'm really thankful to all the participants across the world because of your coming to Mumbai, a historic maritime city, beautiful city. It has got a long history of 150 years of maritime industry. So I believe with this particular heritage and historic background, we are also lending in the 21st century. We are also aiming to become the leader of the global aspect. Of course, in many parameters, we have the leaders here. But India, under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, it's clear that we are not looking back. We are marching forwards with speed and scale. These are the two key words, speed and scale. That's the value of our contribution. That's the value of our thinking. That would be the value of our creation in this sector. I do not want to take much time because you are all very, very efficient, very, very eligible kind of player in this sector. And you could also, through your important observation, could contribute to make this particular event a grand success. And I do hope in the next 3 days, you will be continuously present and also contribute. And these particular three keywords, connect, collaborate, and create, we'll have to create for the future generation. Because today, this particular message will be percolated to the ground. And boys and girls in the schools and colleges and universities, they will be expecting more and more from us. what new things is going to happen. So I believe this new thinking, I believe this is the creation, and that creation will have to be made possible through our collaborative effort. We want to develop a win-win situation for all of us. So this family, I want to live with peace and tranquility on the planet Earth, because this is the expectation, hopes of everyone. And this is what our Honorable Prime Minister is always inspiring us to do. So that is why Vasudeva Kutumbakam, one Earth, one family, one future. Why? And why International Day of Yoga? You have seen yoga for humanity, connecting the world community. Humanity, community, this is the connectivity. We need to enhance, we need to strengthen. And this is the power of human society in the globe. Thank you. Jai Hind.
We'll carry on with the session, yeah. Just, we'll leave you in 10 minutes. The 3:30 session, so that's at 3:30. Yeah, the CEO session is at 3:30, so once we leave here, we can go to that session. Okay, just picking up from the word connect, we've been discussing all kinds of technology, but connecting ports across the world still remains a sort of a dream, because we probably need to work maybe a lot more on technologies that bring us closer in a real sense of the term. What would be, Rizwan, coming to you, and then to our friend from Barcelona, what would be your recommendations to really make headway in this field?
Can you hear me?
Your mic which doesn't work.
No, I think, Mr. Sethi, we need to create this digital ecosystem. It's not just important that we create an end-to-end supply chain without actually ensuring that there's an underlying process that is digitized, so that the outcome that we actually promise to a client and to a customer essentially is delivered. The supply of goods is equally important as supply of information, right? And sometimes the information has to come before the supply of goods, and sometimes it has to come as a reactionary in that sense. So I think creating digital ecosystems is as equally important as creating end-to-end supply chains and physical movement of goods. As an example, the port community system that Mr. Kotak talked about, this is obviously a port community system that brings all the stakeholders in a particular ecosystem together. So it's a trucker, it's a shipper, a consignee, it's